less than cop data end equals 594 data start equals 74 greater than. Hey everyone, let's talk about the latest developments in the US economy. Specifically, the new inflation data and how it connects to the tariffs reintroduced by President Trump. As of May 2025, inflation in the US ticked slightly higher, reaching an annual rate of 2.4%, up from 2.3% in April. Now, while this may not sound drastic, it's enough to catch the attention of economists, investors, and everyday Americans alike. What's especially interesting is the nuanced role Trump's tariffs are playing in all of this. Less than P data end equals 1070 data start equals 596 greater than. So here's the situation. Trump has rolled out a series of tariffs since returning to office, blanketed 10% duties on most imported goods, and even steeper ones on specific items like cars and Chinese imports. The intent behind these tariffs is to protect American industries and reduce dependency on foreign goods, particularly from China. Trump has maintained that the financial burden would fall on foreign producers and not American consumers. But is that actually the case? Less than CEP data end equals 1614, data start equals 1072 greater than. The latest Consumer Price Index report shows a bit of a mixed bag. While inflation is up slightly, the direct impact of these tariffs hasn't fully materialized yet. Certain goods like toys, car parts, and appliances, which rely heavily on imports, have seen noticeable price hikes. However, other categories like gasoline, airfares, and clothing have actually declined, helping balance the overall numbers. On a month-to-month basis, prices rose just 0.1%, down from 0.2% the previous month, which was slightly below economists' expectations. Less than P data end equals 2011 data start equals 1616 greater than. Experts are cautioning that the real impact of these tariffs may still be months away. The supply chain takes time to reflect policy changes, and the cumulative effect could lead to sharper inflation later this summer. Seema Shah, a strategist at Principal Asset Management, even pointed out that today's numbers may offer temporary relief, but the tariff-driven price pressure is far from over. Less than P data end equals 2270 data start equals 2013 greater than. On the jobs front, May brought in 139,000 new jobs, a slight slowdown compared to the 12-month average. Unemployment is steady for now, hovering between 4% and 4.2%. But concerns are rising that the tariffs may slow business investment and hiring over time. Less than PLUP data end equals 2669 data start equals 2272 greater than. At the same time, Trump remains bullish on the state of the economy, posting celebratory messages on his social platform and calling for interest rate cuts from the Federal Reserve. But many, including lawmakers like Senator Elizabeth Warren, argue that rising food and electricity prices are hurting working families, and that the tariffs might only worsen the problem if prices continue to climb. Less than P data end equals 2940 data start equals 2671 greater than. Even industries that are supposed to benefit from tariffs, like domestic manufacturing, aren't showing much optimism. Manufacturing sentiment has dropped for the third straight month. So far, there's little evidence that tariffs are sparking a revival in U.S. production. Less than P data end equals 332. 3 data is last node equals data is only node equals data start equals 2942 greater than. In summary, yes, inflation is inching upward. And while the immediate consumer impact of Trump's tariffs appears limited for now, we may just be seeing the calm before the storm. The next few months will be critical as we watch how prices adjust and whether the Fed shifts its strategy in response. So stay tuned, because the full story of Trump's tariff gamble is still unfolding. Stay subscribed for more videos.